Have you ever heard of a place that doesn't exist on any map? Today, while I paint this beautiful scene, I want to tell you about a girl who found such place. A hidden tea shop called the Hour Between. It only appears to people who are, well, in between things, between jobs, between dreams, between who they were and who they are trying to become. And the strange thing is, when she steps inside, nothing about her life was ever the same again. Alright, so get yourself a cup of tea and enjoy the story. It had been raining for 3 days straight. The kind of rain that makes your shoes squeak and your thoughts feel heavier than your coat. Noor walked slowly under her blue umbrella, half watching the raindrops race each other down the fabric. She wasn't really going anywhere. 2 weeks ago, she'd quit her job, the one she had complained about for years, but now weirdly missed. She thought leaving would feel like freedom. Instead, it felt like standing in the middle of empty field with no map, no clue which way to walk. She was in between things, not at the place she was, not yet at the place she wanted to be. And we all know those times, right? And maybe that's why she saw it. Because they say the hour between isn't on any map. You cannot even search it online. You just stumble across it when you are between things. Like the universe drops a little pin only you can see. It was a tiny tea shop tucked between two buildings she swore had always been side by side. A small wooden sign swung gently above the door. The hour between. Inside, sunlight spilled through a window, which was strange because outside it was still dark and boring. She could see shelves of amber tea jars, ferns trailing from the grass ceiling, and a fat ginger cat curled in a corner. She blinked. This place had never been here before. Not yesterday, not ever. And yet, she found herself reaching for the door handle. The little brass bell above the door jingled as she stepped in. The air was warm, with a faint scent of cardamom and something she couldn't name, like rain meeting sunlight kind of thing. Her umbrella dripped politely in the corner stand, and for the first time all week, her shoulders loosened. A woman behind the counter looked up from the pouring tea into porcelain cup. She had silver hair twisted into loosened bun, eyes so sharp it felt like they could slice through excuses. You found us, the woman said. Noor blinked. I wasn't really looking. The woman smiled in that mysterious way that made Noor certainly that they weren't talking about directions. The woman said, sit anywhere. The corner's nice. The corner was nice. A little glass ceiling nook with a single round table, plants spilling over shelves, tiny streams of light twinkling between them like stars in a jar. She sat down, still damp from the rain, and the ginger cat ambled over, sat beside her chair, and yawned. A slow, judgmental yawn, as if to say, you took your time getting here. The woman soon appeared with a pot of tea, the color of warm honey. This one's on the house. First visits always are. Noor cupped the mug, feeling the heat bloom through her fingers. The first sip was, well, it was like drinking something her soul had been thirsty for without knowing it. Sweet, deep, with faint hum to it. No, the hum wasn't in her head. The tea was actually humming, a soft, lullaby like note that wrapped around her like blanket. That's when she noticed it. On the wall opposite her, the words had appeared, faint at first, then brighter, like fog clearing. The version you were looking for already forgives you. Her breath caught. She didn't move, didn't sip, didn't even blink, because it felt like the words were looking directly at her. And somehow they knew. When she finally turned back to the woman, the silver haired lady simply slid a folded piece of paper across the table. No rush, she said. Some people keep it for years before opening it. Noor tucked it into her coat pocket without looking. She didn't even remember leaving. Just the sound of bell, the smell of rain again, and a strange lightness in her chest. When Noor got home, she didn't turn on the light right away. She set the umbrella by the door, kicked off her shoes, and just stood there in the quiet, the folded note still warm in her pocket. It took her a full hour to open it. Not because she forgot, but because some part of her knew that once she read it, something in her life would shift. When she finally did, the handwriting was slanted, careful, almost familiar. The dream you think you've lost has been waiting patiently for you to stop running. Her throat tightened, and in that moment, she remembered. Not in a sudden flash, but in a slow, tender layers. The way she used to stay up late sketching ideas on scraps of papers. The dusty watercolor set she'd packed away after her job swallowed her days. The list of places she wanted to see, stories she wanted to tell. It wasn't that dream had vanished. It had simply been sitting quietly in the corner of her life, like the ginger cat in that glass ceiling nook, waiting, watching, knowing she'd come back. The next morning, she dug out her paintbrushes. She didn't make business plan or 5-year goal sheet. She just painted. The rain was tapping softly at the window, and for the first time in years, she didn't feel behind. She felt here. And though she never did find the hour between on any map, she started to notice its doorways everywhere, in moments between doubts and action, between what hurt and what healed. And she knew that anyone who was in between things would find it too. So, what do you think? Was this tea shop real? Or Noor was just high? And if it's real, would you like to visit this? I know, I would love that. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I'm trying to experiment with my content and I love stories and would love to create beautiful artwork and share some interesting stories behind it. Let me know if you like this type of content so I can make a little series of this. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.